18-year-old high school student is under arrest for allegedly sexually assaulting a 16-year-old girl. Roseanne Coletti in Gramercy Park with the late details.
Well, now that alleged crime took place inside this school building during school hours in public space and begs the question, who was watching? Many of the students we spoke with had heard about it, but some of the parents we spoke with were learning of it for the first time.
And that's a very scary thing because I have 2 kids that go to this school. And I don't know if it happened inside Washington Irving or in Success Academy, and that's not good. They have young kids in here. But I do see when I go pick up my kid, condom wrappers on the floor, and I know that something's going on in here.
The Washington Irving Campus houses several schools. Police say the alleged rape happened on a staircase between the 3rd and 4th floors yesterday morning. Police say an 18-year-old boy grabbed a 16-year-old girl, pulled off her clothes, and sexually assaulted her as she tried to push him off. The girl was taken to the hospital and was able to identify her attacker. Police arrested 18-year-old Javon Martin of Brooklyn, charged with rape. Parents and students stunned.
I think they should do more security in the stairs because there's no cameras in the stairs. The school have no cameras in the stairs. That's why everybody smoke weed in the stairs.
The NYPD tells the I-Team rapes in city schools have tripled, sex offenses doubled this school year over the same period last year. Regarding this latest allegation, the Department of Education tells us this: the troubling incident was immediately reported and we are working closely with the NYPD as they conduct an investigation.
There's a lot of people who was crazy and bad behavior in school.
Now, we have asked the Department of Education about what types of security measures it may have in place here. So far, we have not heard back from them. I'm Roseanne Coletti in Gramercy Park.
It's a young samurai, I smoke a spliff in a cup, and I pass a lot to my bro. No fuck with my flow. Couple bad bitches and a cup of that Joe. So it's just THC.
BBN Jack Frost, what's up, party people? Hey, before this video even continue, hit that like button, subscribe, and join the notification game. Hashtag Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. Alright, so y'all just heard there was a situation downtown in Manhattan in one of the schools where a girl is allegedly has been raped. But if you pay attention to the broadcast from the news, they wanted to make sure that they consistently used alleged. That, you know, that for actual legal terms, they're supposed to use alleged. Don't get me confused. But the number of times that they mentioned alleged rape, I mean, they could have mentioned alleged rape once or twice. We get the message. But they kept mentioning it. I get the feeling that there might be a lot more to this story than we know now. Especially if you also saw the mother of the, she said she had 2 kids in the school, and she says that she see condom wrappers on the floor when she comes to pick her kids up. And then the other guy, when he said something about, you know, stuff is happening in the hallways because there's no security camera in the hallways, and he kind of alluded to more than just weed, because he cut himself off and then he said, well, they smoking weed. You know what I'm saying? He ain't want to tell, even though he told. So, all right, let's get to the story. Right here it says, 18-year-old high school student was arrested at his Manhattan public school campus Monday afternoon after he allegedly raped another student on a staircase inside of a building earlier that day, police said. Okay, I'm kind of a little confused because he totally undressed her in a staircase, and it's a staircase, you know. We can't assume that it's a staircase that has no access. Obviously, there's access to the staircase. Anyone could come through at any time, and somehow he wrestled this girl down, took her clothes off, got her undressed, because they didn't say she was wearing a dress. They didn't say she was wearing a skirt. So obviously he, I'm guessing, got her undressed, however, and, you know, took advantage of her, allegedly. Cops say the 16-year-old victim was attacked in the staircase between the 3rd and the 4th floors of the Washington Irving Campus just after 8:15 a.m. in the morning. right dead in the morning, all of this happened when it's probably very busy. So, I wouldn't think that. I'm not. I don't know. Maybe he did rape her. Maybe he didn't. Who knows, right? But I would think that somebody who was planning on doing a crime wouldn't do it when there's the most opportunity for him to get busted. 60-year-old victim reported the attack, and she was taken to the local hospital, police said. The suspect, who was from Brooklyn, was arrested around 12:30 p.m. The suspect and victim knew each other, police say. The formerly named Washington Irving High School now houses the Gramercy Arts High School, the High School for Language and Diplomacy, the International High School at Union Square, and other educational facilities. It wasn't immediately clear which school the two students attended. For everybody that does not live in New York City, I'm going to explain this for you. Remember that No Child Left Behind thing that President Bush, when he was president, the second Bush, signed? And I used to get into a lot of arguments with people before the bill passed because I was saying, I don't like the bill. I don't like what they're doing. And people used to tell me, oh, you don't want kids to get better schools? And I'm looking at them like, but you don't, like, you just going with, there's a short story called The Lottery. Everybody check it out. Anyway, so sometimes you don't know what you're asking for. It sounds like you're winning, but you're not. Basically, what the No Child Left Behind law does, it makes it so that schools that are underperforming gets their budgets cut. So if you have a school that's underperforming and it gets its budget cut, it can't be a school no more. They don't have the money to run the school. So they have these buildings, which they have 5 and 6 different schools in, because the school by itself doesn't have enough passing students, or they're not doing well enough by itself to get enough funding from the government in order for them to be a school. So in reality, it's worse. It's not better. And I was trying to explain this to people before the law actually passed. But, everybody just jumps on the bandwagon. Nobody thinks for themselves. So, anyway, how many schools it says there? Washington Irving High School, Gramercy Arts High School, the High School for Language and Diplomacy, the International High School at Union Square, and other educational facilities. So they have at least 5 different schools in this one building. I mean, that's kind of crazy, yo. But, thank Bush and all those other people that was pioneering that whole thing, that was on with that No Child Left Behind. It had a good name. So, people just bought into it. People don't think for themselves. A spokesman for the Department of Education described the case as a troubling incident and said officials was working closely with the NYPD on the investigation. Now, if they truly believe that this was a rape, clean cut, this is a rape, he raped her, they wouldn't be talking about troubling incident. They wouldn't be needing to work closely with the NYPD. We know what it is. Obviously, it just seems like there's just something more here. That's all I'm saying. I'm not trying to accuse the girl of anything. I'm not trying to accuse the guy of anything. Maybe it's what it looks like. Maybe it isn't what it looks like. Who knows, right? We are treating this with the utmost seriousness. Now, look, if they believed it was a rape, why would they have to say that they're treating it with the utmost seriousness? You understand? You got to pay attention to the verbiage people use sometimes when they're speaking, especially people who speak for a living. We are treating this with the utmost seriousness and are providing the campus with additional guidance and safety supports. Spokesperson Miranda Bobbitt says. You got to understand, she speaks for a living. So believe me when I tell you that sentence that I just read to you was put together the right way. Parent Gladys Johnson says the alleged assault is troubling. That's a very scary thing because I have kids that go to this school, said Johnson. I do not know. I do know I have seen condoms on the floor and know something is going on there. I mean, come on. Come on. Student Sammy believes that they need more security in the stairs. They don't have any camera in the stairs. That's why the students smoke weed in the stairs. The NYPD said the number of rapes in schools has tripled and the number of sex offenses have doubled this year over the same period of time. Now, with that being said, something needs to happen. If you see something like rape and sexual offenses doubling, tripling, even staying consistent with what it was last year, if it's doing anything other than going down, then obviously that something needs to be done more than that what is currently being done. So they absolutely need to get more security in there, whether it's personnel, whether it's cameras. They need more deterrence, because you can't expect kids not to do stupid shit. It's just, that's what it is, okay? You can't, I don't know what it is, but you can't expect kids to not do stupid shit. I'm not just talking about right now the rape or alleged rape. I'm also just talking about stupid shit in general. You can't expect kids not to do stupid shit. Kids are kids. When I was a kid, I did stupid shit. It's just what we do when we're kids. It is what it is. I want to know what y'all guys think about this. I just think that it's just not enough right now for me to jump on one side or the other. You know, it's just not enough. It just seems like it could be something other than what it really is. But until then, we got to believe the young lady, and that's what it is. So I'm on her side. I believe the young lady until there's a reasonable reason to believe her to be not telling the truth, or reasonable, like, if something there. You got to believe the young lady. You got to believe the victim. Anyway, let me know what y'all guys think about this. Leave the comments down below. Like, comment, subscribe. Join the notification gang. # Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. Look, I love y'all. Keep each other safe. If you go to your school and you go to your kid's school and you see condoms on the floor, please bring that to the attention of somebody. Somebody. Principal, dean, teachers, security. Somebody got to tell me or tell you or whoever why there's condoms around the school. Somebody got to... That's some shit that got to be fixed. That's all I got on this one. I'm out. If you like this video, please hit the like and subscribe button. If you would like to help dictate the direction that this channel takes, please leave a comment. All comments are appreciated, whether positive or negative. Thank you very much, and enjoy your day. And remember, positive thoughts cause for positive things to happen. Let's get it.